From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going to air one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff? that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Go on the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. We're waiting. 11.
Now Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Ross on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And Green with a catch left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Bullock will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Evans in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vontaze Burfict. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Directly over him. Fighting through it. He's got space. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Passing, it's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And if they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Now Kamara, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It was Ryan Glasgow who got him down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First and 10 for Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Demario Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Go on the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Nixon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Offensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking, escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42.
5-8, 5-8.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here we go. Easy. Left.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. A give. This is Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
95-56.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Breeze to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 60 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Thomas the intended target. And it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Now Breeze going for the deep ball. They've got his man complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.